Hey everybody, how's it going? Today I'd like to discuss the summons that I received and why I've chosen to just pay the settlement fine and get on with my life. As I explained in a prior video, we had an inspector come in who looked at the two laptops in the window and said, I want to see the Leeds Online records that show where you bought them. And we explained that we don't have records of the purchase. We did not make a record of the purchase because it wasn't a purchase. One of those devices was pretty much a customer that said, you don't have to send it back to me, it's too screwed up, and I do have a record of that. Another one of those laptops was from a customer that ignored our calls, emails, and text messages for long after 45 days. We sent a final recycling notice. It showed that they saw the recycling notice. We left voicemails of the recycling notice. We text message, if you don't pick this up, we're going to recycle it. And after a long period of time, we finally put it up for sale. Now, I don't think it makes sense, given everything that I have on my plate right now. I may want to relocate or start another small shop in another state. I want to try and get a right to repair bill passed, or at the very least, try to go do a direct ballot initiative in Massachusetts. And I want to fundraise for that. I want to do YouTube videos. And at the end of the day, I just might, want to take a little bit of time off for myself to have a little bit of vacation, maybe see if I can work a little bit more black into my hair, a little bit less gray, you know what I'm saying? So it may make sense for me to just pay. So I am going to give up and I am going to pay my fine from my summons. So we're going to go ahead and do that here. So it says on the summons itself, let's take a look at this here. Then I can deny the charge or admit to the charge. If I admit to the charge, I can pay it at the DCA. You may receive an offer of settlement, and it looks like this is 21M00454 as the summons. My apologies for the low quality scan that I have here, but it looks pretty simple. Here we go. On the PDF, it says I got my record ID over here, and I also have my summons number as well as the record ID. So I'm gonna see if there's a page over here that explains how I can pay, because I give up. I just think I should probably just pay my, take my lumps and let the city win. I'll take my fine. All right, so I can pay by going nyc.gov/DCA and click Pay Fines. All right, so, seems simple enough. Let's go over to New York City's website and take my lump, pay my fine. Here we go, nyc.gov/DCA. I'm gonna scroll down, Pay Fines and Fees. How do I pay? How do I pay a fine online? The online service is available up to 5 p.m. before the scheduled hearing. Good thing, my hearings would be on Tuesday. Okay. An offer of settlement letter, go to nyc.gov/mylicense, log in, and select Access My Account, screenshot. So they give you a screenshot of how to do that. That's cool. Okay, there's an Access My Account button. All right, so we're going to click here, and I click Access My Account. Business. So it's, okay, Access My Account, and search by record information. And then you just put your record number in, and you're done. Okay, let's see. Let's go for it. So go here. So I got my record number over here. Bada bing. Your search returned no results. Strange. What if I search by the summons number instead? That's weird. What if I take out the dashes? Let's take out the dashes. Nothing. What if I put nothing in there and let me just have it show everything? Nothing. Everything above here is just me registering. This is all just me registering. There's no fines up here. It appears I am unable to plead guilty and accept the settlement offer. Hey everybody, how's it going? So I've been thinking about this over the past couple of days, and I think what I'm going to do is I am going to plead not guilty and oppose the fine and summons that was pushed on me by New York City. They did something that was very unfair, and regardless of how that may affect my life, regardless of how that's going to affect my schedule, even though it's only $500 as a settlement, it's about the principle. And I can't just allow myself to get steamrolled by the city of New York. I'd like my day in court. I'd like my hearing. And I'd like to be able to tell the judge what happened. I want to be able to tell them. I have records of these two devices that I was fined for not having a record of purchase. I have records. One of these devices being recycled by someone who abandoned it, and another one of someone saying, I don't even want you to send it back to me. Keep it, use it for scrap. So what I want to do is I'm going to fight it. So let's just try and let's figure out how I can fight this. So we're going to go over here to my summons, and I'm sure it'll give me some idea on if I want to deny the charge, what I can do. So it says over here, option deny the charge. If you deny the charge, you can give an explanation for why you think you are not responsible to a hearing officer who will make a decision. If you are found responsible, you will still need to pay the penalty and may face higher penalties for future charges. To deny, go to the hearing center, bring the summons, or call 1-844-628-4692. Now, the hearing center is closed at this point in time due to COVID, so I'm going to call them up and see if they can tell me what it is that I'm supposed to do.
Due to the coronavirus, all oath offices are closed, and oath is not performing in-person hearings or trials, except with limited exceptions. However, oath is holding all scheduled hearings and trials remotely. To find information about how to respond to a summons by phone or how to submit a written defense online, please visit oath's website at nyc.gov/oath, OATH. If a summons is not responded to on or before the hearing date, the respondent will receive a decision in the mail finding them in default for failure to appear.
All right, cool. Sounds easy enough. I can do this online, right? I mean, there's no reason to go to there's no reason to go to, potentially get COVID, go to a courthouse, leave your house if you could do it all online, right? We're in the digital age. This would be simple. So I'm going to go over here to the city website, all right? So it's nyc.gov/oath. Here we go. It's pretty simple. Go to Summons Finder right over here. All right, let's get that number in there. So 21M00454. Oh, wait, that's not it. The code is 9 digits. Put a 0 in front of the code. We put a 0 in front of the code. Put 2 zeros in front of the code. What if we tried putting the 0 on the other side? We'll put the 0 over here. Oh, it doesn't work. Let's put the 0 on the left instead of the right. It doesn't work. Let's put 2 zeros on the left instead. Yep. Doesn't work no matter what way you try. Maybe what I have to do is I have to put in the other number. So there's a summons number and a record ID. And I know it's asking me for the summons number, but maybe they want the record ID. Let's try that. So that's 1371-2021-8. Nope, not that, because that's 12 digits with dashes, so that can't be it either. If I want to plead guilty and pay my fine to the city of New York, I can't do that. If I want to plead not guilty and fight and advocate for myself, advocate for my case, advocate for why I don't deserve this fine, I also cannot do that. By the way, did I tell you that if you don't respond to the summons in time, what happens is that they give you a default judgment that can be up to $15,000?
If a summons is not responded to on or before the hearing date, the respondent will receive a decision in the mail finding them in default for failure to appear.
It's almost like this system is put together to ensure that you get the maximum fine, regardless of what you want to do. I got a fine for something that I didn't do while an inspector ignored us. Then I called the city to try to figure out what the rule is. And after 20 minutes of going back and forth with 2 different people, they couldn't tell me what the rule was. I emailed and called their department that they suggested I email and call to figure out what the rule is. It went straight to voicemail, and they never emailed me several weeks later.
My first job, working in a professional capacity for the government, I was a summer intern. And as I waited for the congratulations, I could see stricken looks around me in the room. Like, this guy has stumbled on something that will ruin us all. You know? And they said, well, we don't have those data. I said, oh, I'll bet the Department of Agriculture has it. He said, well, but that doesn't mean we have it. You'd have to have a request go up the chain of command to the Secretary of Labor. He would then confer with the Secretary of Agriculture. It would come down the chain of command in the Department of Agriculture to whoever has those numbers and so on. I said, good. Well, they say a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, so I will now submit my request to the Secretary of Labor, which I did. And I am still patiently awaiting this reply.
When I try to pay the fine and plead guilty, I am not able to do so. When I try to plead not guilty and figure out when my hearing is, because they tell me it is at 10:30 a.m. this Tuesday, but they don't say where or how I can call in, I can't do that. If you watch this video, if you watch my channel, and you are an employee of the city of New York, if you're an employee of the Department of Consumer Affairs, if you are a senator, an assembly member, congressperson, I'm going to ask of you, I'm begging you, on behalf of all business owners in New York City, all of those that don't have the benefit of a megaphone of having 1.56 million subscribers on YouTube, please fix this. When I say fix this, I want to be clear. I'm not asking you to log in and fix my personal issue because you know my summons number. I'm not saying fix this for me. I'm saying fix this entire broken garbage system for everybody. Because, Enough is enough. I can't even figure out what the rule is when I call your own department. I cannot have a conversation with the person giving a summons where I can show them my records. If I wish to plead guilty and pay, I can't. If I wish to plead not guilty and speak, I can't. This doesn't work. And I realize that my business is very small in contrast to the Goldman Sachs and the Chase and the Bank of Americas and the Whole Foods. But if I get fined $15,000 for something I did not do because I cannot plead guilty or not guilty because your system is so broken, I'm just putting my line in the sand here right now so that I can't back out of it later and so that my audience holds me to it. I'm out of here. I don't care how miserable it will be. I don't care how, what I'm going to have to offer my staff so that they leave and go somewhere else, whatever I have to offer them financially for them to do that, or if I have to start from scratch. If I get fined $15,000, something I did not do because I cannot pay the settlement or plead not guilty because of your broken system, I'm out of here. I'm gone, regardless of how miserable that process is going to be. And it will be very, very miserable. Anybody who has a repair shop this large who tries to move it knows. And the thing is, it's not about me. This really is not about me. This is about all of the other businesses that are gone. As I mentioned in a video, or prior to COVID even happening, many of the stores that I was looking at that were vacant back in 2011, when I was first looking for my first retail store, they're still vacant today. This is not even a COVID problem. This is a problem that's been going on for the past 5, 6, 7, 8 years. And all COVID did was it took that trend and it accelerated it. New York City can no longer rest on its laurels of all the businesses here. So I guess you just have to tolerate all of our insane crap if you want to do business here. New York City needs to convince people as to why they should do business here. Just like I have to convince my customers as to why it is they should choose me to fix their device versus anybody else. And New York City is going to have a lot of difficult times ahead of it. The last year was a complete financial disaster for many people, many cities, many states, and many businesses. There's a lot of rebuilding that needs to be done, and I want to be a part of that. I want to be a part of it. I want to be able to say that we have our business in this city. We survived COVID, and now we're looking forward to greener pastures. And that's going to require convincing people that all of these vacant storefronts that you see all over the city and all these vacant office buildings are worth renting to start businesses in. This is not the way to do it. Those will stay vacant if this kind of crap continues. And again, it's not about just one fine. It's not about just one inspector. It's not about just one rule. The entire system in this city is this bad. It all works like this. And anybody who's had to deal with the city government on any level, whether it's the DCA or anything else, knows that I'm right. You know it's the case. It's just nobody would listen to you because you don't have over 1 million subscribers. And again, I don't care if putting all this stuff out there means that I get more attention or more trouble or whatever else. Somebody has to start doing it or nothing will change. I want to see positive change. Again, moving a business is a royal pain in the ass. I know that from all the times I have. And as much as I may joke or be snarky about it, I would really just rather be able to have this place run where it is and be good. I want to see positive change. Please, I'm begging you, on behalf of us all, do better. That's it for today. And as always, I hope you learned something. I'll see you all in the next video, and I will link down below to a video with the timestamp of the call where I called the DCA, and all I did is ask them what the rule is. Listen to that phone call. If you work for the city, if you're a senator, assembly person, congressperson, governor, mayor, listen to it. Would you want to do business here? Just be honest with yourself.